Citizens Inquiry. My name is Lawrence Porter. I'm a member of the Socialist Equality Party and chairman of the Citizens Inquiry into the Dexter Avenue fire. On January 5th, a horrific fire took place at this location, 8011 Dexter Avenue, resulting in the death of 3 people. Marvin Allen Sr., 62, his brother Tyrone Allen, 61, and Lynn Greer, 58 years old. Both of the Allen brothers were disabled, requiring the use of wheelchairs. The cause of the fire was an electric space heater, which the family was using because DTE Energy had shut off utilities in July 2008. Ms. Nash, thank you for having us.
You're welcome.
I'd like for you to, if you could, recount what happened on January 5th, 2010.
Well, on January 5th, before, I think it was about 3 o'clock in the morning, I got a call from the neighbor next door saying that there was a fire over on Dexter. That was our family home, and my husband and I went over, and they were just putting out the fire, and we learned that my 2 brothers, Marvin and Tyrone, was in the fire with Tyrone's girlfriend, Lynn, and they had took him down to Receiving Hospital, and they had expired. And the reason for the fire, they said it was an illegal hookup. They had space heaters in the house, and it caught a fire because they didn't have any heat in the house, and it was cold because I had been down there. I think it was January 3rd, and you could blow smoke in the house. It was so cold in the house. And my son Ronald, which is the one that had jumped out the window during the fire, he had went out and got another heater for upstairs to make sure it was comfortable in the house, but it was really cold in there. They had on their coats.
Ms. Nash, in the aftermath of the fire that involved your brothers, DT launched a huge campaign saying that the cause of this fire and other fires was because of illegal hookups. What's your opinion about this?
My opinion, I really don't think they should have really had a campaign because they're not looking at the real issue. And the real issue is the people can't afford the electricity, and that's something that we need. We need heat in the wintertime. And for them to launch that to kind of cover up some of the things that they were doing, I didn't think it was fair. But what are you going to do? You going to freeze? I mean, every time you hear the news media speak on the fire, the first thing they say is illegal hookup. And to me, what about the person that burnt up in the fire? They don't even have any compassion about it. I lost 2 brothers and my friend Lynn in the fire because they were trying to stay warm. And it really hurts when I even look on TV this year and see people are dying because they're trying to stay warm. I like to look at the news. I like to hear what's going on. I look at CNN, I look at local news, and I like to see, what's going on. And so many times, every time they have a fire, most of the fires they have is because of the people's lights and gas are cut off. And they always say illegal hookup. What about trying to come up with a solution that the people can afford the lights and gas,
I mean, last year that we've counted, 11 people died after their utilities were shut off in house fires. Do you think this is going to happen again?
Yes. It's probably might be a fire tonight because I'm always looking at the news, and I'm just over. It's just really sad when I hear about a fire, a house fire, and why it happened. It really it brings me back to losing my brothers and my friend Lynn. It's sad. Yes, I think it's gonna happen until they do something about it. You know, it's about the people. It's not trying to line your pockets. It's really about the people. It's not just my brothers, have died in the fire. So many people in the last year, and each time I hear about, someone dying in the fire because of this here, it grieves my spirit. It really does. What bothers me is that I lost my brothers and my friend Lynn, and not one. I wasn't looking for a monetary gift, but not one card from DET or even in the media saying that they were sorry about the Allen brothers and Miss Lynn Greer dying in the fire. It was a tragedy, and maybe they could have sent a letter or a telegram or something, just showing they concern. It was like it was no big thing to them, but those were my family members, and my friend Lynn, and it's sad that they didn't send a card, didn't send a telegraph, nothing. They didn't acknowledge nothing but illegal hookup. Like they didn't even care. You know, and that bothered me.
Well, they wouldn't acknowledge the fact that they were in any way responsible. And
They were. I think so. Somewhat they were. If they would have, if they would bring DTE the amount of money that they charge to people. Some people's bills are as much as their rent, and I think that's sad. And then when you try to negotiate with them and you get on the payment plan, if you miss one time, they're gonna come out here and they're gonna cut off the gas, and lights because you miss your you made an agreement, and maybe that you couldn't keep up with the agreement because you didn't have the money. Maybe you had to buy your kids some food or something, and they come out and they cut it off, and I don't think that's right.
Ms. Nash, you've spoken out against utility shutoffs,
Mm.
and you took the decision this year to join CAUS, become involved in this campaign. Why did you decide to do that?
Because I'm for the people, and to see someone lose their life because they can't afford to pay DTE and they come in shut off, I feel strong about it. I think it's really sad. It makes me angry that we have gotten to the place where we don't have, all we think about is the almighty dollar and not about the people. And it should be something done.